everyone, my name is NICITA CHELCIA and you can call me NICITA. NPM F0H0323006 and 2. I'm from Bengkulu University, Day 3 Nursing Program Study. So today I will explain to you about history of English and let's get started. English is one of the most common languages in the world, spoken by around 1 billion people globally. It is an official language of many countries, including the United Kingdom, United States, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand. English is also the lingua franca of international business and academia and is one of the 6 official languages of the United Nations. There are so many different dialects of English. It can be hard to understand someone from a different region. But overall, English is a rich and flexible language that has adapted to the needs of a rapidly changing world. It is truly a global, dominant language and one that shows no sign of slowing down. What is the English language and where did it come from? The English language is a West Germanic language that originated in England. It is the third most spoken language in the world after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. English has been influenced by a number of other languages over the centuries, including Old Norse, Latin, French, and Dutch. English period. The Old English period began in 449 with the arrival of the 3 Germanic tribes from the continent, the Anglo-Saxon and Jutes. The Anglo-Saxon has their own language called Old English, which was spoken from around the 5th century to the 11th century. Anglo-Saxon also had their own alphabet, which was known as future. The future consisted of 24 letters, one of which were named after rune symbol. However, they also borrowed the Roman alphabet and eventually started using that instead. The vocabulary was also quite different, with many words being borrowed from other languages such as Latin, French, and Old Norse. Old English period came to an end in 1066 with the Norman conquest. However, Old English continued to be spoken in some parts of England until the 12th century. After that, it was replaced by Middle English. Middle English period. The second stage of the English language is known as the Middle English period, which was spoken from around the 12th century to the late 15th century. As mentioned above, Middle English emerged after the Norman conquest of 1066 when the Normans conquered England. Middle English is often divided into 2 periods, Early Middle English and Late Middle English. Early Middle English. The Early Middle English period began in 1066 with the Norman conquest. The was greatly influenced by French, as the Normans brought with them many French words then began to replace their Old English equivalent. This process is known as Normanization. Late Middle English. The Late Middle English period began in the 14th century and lasted until the 15th century. During this time, the English language was further influenced by French. However, the Hundred Years' War between England and France meant that English was used more and more in official documents. French influence can also be seen in the vocabularies, with many French loanwords being introduced into English during this time. Modern English period. The third stage of the English language is known as Modern English, which began in the 16th century and continues to the present day. Today, English is spoken by an estimated 1 billion people around the world, making it one of the most widely spoken languages in the world.